Dum, 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 dum,
Space between, space between, space between, space between.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Space Between podcast, where we talk about the space between life and art, passion and business, what's happening now, and what's happening next.
Wow.
I'm Pat Shand. That's like a baseball guy, right?
or like an auctioneer.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm Amy Shand. Much slower, but good job. That was the fastest you've ever done it.
Are you tired or high?
Both.
So let's shout out
Are
everyone.
you sick of saying the intro, or you were just trying to speed it up?
No, it was a bit.
All right, cool.
The fuck?
Because you never mind.
Hey, do you have problems
Got him.
less than a minute into the podcast? Are you looking for problems, you know? In the chat right now, live, we have Shannon Talty, we have Giovanni, we have Marco Lopez, we have Kristen Morrison, we have Sethro, we have Cassandra Porter, we have Barry Reese. What up, everyone?
Hello.
How you guys doing? Comment in the live stream to get checked, to get name checked. Hey, we'll check your ass, you know? So, we're back. You know, we took a week off from the podcast, from YouTube, but haven't even told my wife and co-host this. We're not going to fuck up the numbering. We're going to, at some point, double up to get caught up, okay? This is episode 47. We're on the race to our milestone, episode 50.
Yeah, and we're going to do something special for the 50th episode.
Yeah, I have an idea for it too, and I asked Amy to have some ideas, but if we don't, no matter what we'll pick, we'll do the other special ideas soon after too, you know?
Yeah.
But next time, trying to reconnect.
What the actual? Poor wireless connection.
Is there a storm or some shit?
It's been raining today.
All right, we are back. No idea what happened there. But Facebook told us that we were not live. But here we're live again. We're back with a vengeance, you know. Reconnected. So we saw some suggestions about a double length episode. We might do something like that, you know. Hey, we have Steve Lightman here. We have Cassandra Porter, Giovanni are back in the chat. I'll put my sack on a rat.
Oh, man.
Amy has rats, so she's triggered right now. That I rapped about putting
upsetting.
My scrotum, to use the scientific term, on one of her rats. I'm giving Amy some more screen time here, you know?
Oh, thank you.
How can we think? I'm so I'm getting pissed.
Perturbed?
Yeah, I don't want to block your beautiful face, you know? This right here is half the views, okay?
It's okay.
This is like 50 of our 100 views usually.
Stop.
They
can see.
All right, so all right, let's get into a bit of why the podcast was missed last week and what we've been missing on YouTube. You know, don't want to get too real up front, but the truth is that in the weeks leading up to our week off of YouTube, our cat Wesley had been very sick, and he passed away last week, and that has been very tough for us. You know, we have many pets. You know, we have rodents. We have this hamster Dollop, who I actually like Dollop more than a hamster generally deserves. You know, I really fuck with Dollop.
Yeah, we've had so many. We've had reptiles and even like, you know, spiders and stuff.
Not me, but yeah.
Well, me with you.
Oh yeah, in the same room, but I never claimed their set, you know. But the truth is that
but we don't have human kids, but our cats are our kids.
Yeah.
And then we, like, even today we were joking about how the pet rats were Neil's rats, because like people get their kids pets.
Yeah.
And so like the rats are Neil's pets rats, but
yeah, because we don't plan to have kids, you know, so the cats really are our children, so we feel just a big loss with Wes. And I know that you guys watch the videos, and he is he's a part of the videos too. He would always be on the couch, and
Yeah, he's a part of our family. So
yeah, and it was weird too because I feel like this is actually true of both Wesley and my dad, who passed away last year. That it's a weird mourning process because these weren't sudden deaths. You know, like that we had been mourning them both for a while leading up to the actual event, to the point where it was as if the actual deaths were both very hard, and they both, even though we knew that they were coming, it was like, wow, now, you know? But the mourning process for both my dad and Wesley started before they passed away, you know? In Wesley's final weeks, I was syringe feeding him, you know? I wanted to make his last days as pleasant as possible and make sure that he was getting as much nutrition as he could. But the truth was that that was what the vet said mostly meant that he himself had given up, was that he wasn't he wasn't eating, you know, he was choosing to not eat, you know. And you know, this is mostly the podcast is just us mostly fucking around and talking about silly stuff. But I wanted to start this off by saying that because the truth is, you know, we posted about the cats all the time, you know, and Wesley probably more than most of the other cats is in our actual YouTube videos. So yeah, that's why and plus it's been weird too because we at the same time as all this is going on, I've kept more of it in than I usually would, because the truth is that I'm finding it hard to strike a balance between what I post personally and what I post business-wise, because at the same time as everything personally is going on for us, we're running a Kickstarter for CLONSTERS Volume 2, and I'm shipping 2 previous Kickstarters, and I don't want my feed to be Kickstarter promotion and then me mourning my cat back and forth, because that seems like that. On one note, that's what my life is right now, you know. So, but on the other note, I have really pulled back the personal posts because I don't want to seem as if I'm trying to elicit sympathy, because I'm not. You know, the truth is that I've even been posting this Kickstarter less than we usually do it, and I think that that me being overwhelmed personally has absolutely had an impact on what's going on with the campaign. You know, I've in not wanting to kind of try to dig for that stuff and or make it seem like we are, because we never would. I have actively posted it less than I normally would because I don't want that to be associated with that, you know. But yeah, so it's just been so much going on as far as the business and personal stuff. So we did take a little step back this past week and a half. And while we were gone, so much has happened on YouTube. But I think that one thing that I want to start with here is just to switch modes from the personal loss that we've suffered to something more in line with what we normally talk about here. Is I was thinking about you today, Amy, because I was watching Andrew Schultz. He's a comedian. He actually had me on his podcast, Brilliant Idiots with Charlamagne the God. And I'm a big fan of what he does. I like him as a person, too. He posted an episode of his show, Inside Jokes. And on that show, comedians work out jokes. Like, their hardest-hitting jokes that are maybe, like, too extreme. They try to figure out a way to get the audience on board. Here's like our cat Neil's tale, on board with their most extreme jokes.
Okay.
And this episode, one of the comedians was saying that he has no problem getting the audience on board with this one, but as a married man, a newly married man, he's finding it hard to joke about his wife and their marriage because he is scared of being insensitive to her or making her feel uncomfortable or making himself look bad to her family who might take the joke seriously, and I was just watching that, and I was kind of putting myself in his shoes, and I started to think, wow, I am the opposite of that. Right? I mean, I feel like we have become more ourselves in each other's presence, I feel. Because I was just thinking, like, the other day, I wanted to send my best friend Steve, hey, we have Randall in the chat.
Tell this story.
I'm going to tell part of the story, okay? First of all, let's put some respect on Randall's name.
Hello.
We have Randall Begins in the chat. And we have Erica Jean Heflin and Sean Gabrin in the motherfucking chat, okay? So, I'll tell part of the story. If we have my best friend Steve and who I've had beef with, if we have him on, I covered the beef in episode 32. If we have him on, I'll have him tell his experience. In fact, actually, I'm going to call Steve right now and see if we can get him on the podcast. Let's see if this works. I've never actually done this where I've had a call on the podcast.
Is it a FaceTime or just regular?
I think we could just do regular. Because FaceTime wouldn't go into our video. Let's call him. Steve? Is it working?
He can't have answered that easily.
No way, yeah. Let's try again. If this doesn't work, you guys, then we'll just start over. Yo, Neil. Oh, yeah. For some reason, it must not work while we're in GarageBand or on video here.
For whatever reason, maybe because the audio interlaps or something.
Yeah, maybe. But what fucking ever, okay? So, what happened is this. Steve, I forgot what started me on this, but...
Does it matter?
Oh, I know what happened. So, Steve is a Pokemon Go player.
Oh, yeah.
Your boy's a Pokemon Go player.
You're a master.
Steve has a friend in Asia, okay? On Pokemon Go. And he was able to hatch an egg. This sounds so fucking dorky. He was able to hatch an egg from his Asian friend that had Kangaskhan, who's a Pokemon that you can't get here, okay? You can't get this bitch ass here. So, Steve didn't even know that this motherfucker was special, right? So Steve texted me, do you have all 150 Pokemon? And I said, except Mewtwo and Kangaskhan, yeah. Steve said, I have Kangaskhan. And then I was...
Wait, dumb question.
Yeah.
Does Mew turn into Mewtwo?
No. It's weird.
Why is it called that then? Mewtwo? You know?
It'll make so much more sense. See, I stuck my hand out like this. This means that we got a fucking story coming, okay?
I'm sorry, Fofty.
$1 million. Mm-hmm. Oh, our coffee turns off in the middle of the fucking podcast.
Why
that
does
happens
it do that so
every
late?
episode.
Because that's the machine itself turning off?
Yeah, the machine's like, I'm not keeping this shit hot anymore. Ooh. So, hold on. We got three things going on. We got coffee. We have why is Mewtwo named Mewtwo. And we have what happened with me, Steve, and Kangaskhan. Okay? And my genitals. So,
oh my god.
So, Mewtwo, right? Mewtwo is an enhanced clone of the Pokemon Mew.
So it doesn't evolve?
Mew doesn't evolve. Mew is a mythical Pokemon. Mew is as good as it gets.
Okay. And Mewtwo is a separate catch.
Yeah.
All right.
But Mewtwo, in the game story, is a clone, a nasty boy clone of Mew.
Okay.
And in the game story...
So not naturally born.
Exactly.
I know what a clone is, true.
It didn't seem like you fucking did from the reaction.
What happened today? What happened today where I was like, I know what that is, to the young boy at work. I don't even know. I wish that I remembered. I can't.
So listen. Steve has Kangaskhan, right? He doesn't know that he has a fucking hitter in his decks, okay? So I tell him how special Kangaskhan is. The motherfucker can't be found here, bitch. He doesn't hatch out of the eggs we have here.
Is he like low-key cheating?
No. I was about to explain it.
Okay.
On Pokemon Go, you can add a friend's code.
Okay.
Friends send you that little gift, right? You open it, and in there is an egg that they've picked up from elsewhere.
Okay.
So Steve hatched. I'm pissed. I'm so fucking mad. Hey, Facebook. Hey, Zuck.
Is it still him?
You zucking us up, bitch.
Oh.
What?
Good job.
Like,
Just never heard that before, I bet.
Oh.
Wars.
Hey, Mark. Watch. Has he heard this before? Hey, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
He's heard that before?
I'm
Damn.
sure.
Okay. Do you
So
think he's heard Mark Zuckerberg?
you love that fucking word.
So listen.
I'm over that.
Listen.
Beeb, I fucked up the blanket.
It's an ironic joke, Beam.
I cucked up the blanket.
Ew. Don't say that.
I know, it's disgusting. Oh.
The blanket's done.
Black on black, baby.
The blanket's done, son. I'm pissed.
He's violent right now.
I'm fucking pissed, okay?
Because we tried to do a thing where we line up the video with the audio to publish it together.
It's not
for the
working.
podcast.
It's not fucking working, okay? Listen.
Just keep going with the Pokemon. This fucking episode is...
Oh, this episode is a shit
it's
show.
shit anyways.
Thanks, Mark. Dick Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Dick
That's very
Zuckerberg.
close.
That's better, right?
Yeah, he's never heard that one.
Dick Zuckerberg? No, that's more. He's never heard it.
Imagine if they named him Richard.
Richard Zuckerberg.
Dick Zuckerberg.
Dick Zuckerberg. That's great. So listen. So you're saying he's heard
Dennis laughed at the Facebook is fucking us up.
It is fucking us up. Yeah. So watch. Mark Zuckerberg, right? You know that he has heard you've zucked this up, right?
Death.
I bet he's heard Mark Zuckerberg more than he's zucked this up, okay? So let's put Mark Zuckerberg first. Probably you've zucked this up second most. Mm-hmm. Mark Zuckerberg third most. And then Mark Dick Zuckerberg, right? The fourth most.
Now you're reaching.
I said that before. And you say he's heard that a lot.
Dick Zuckerberg?
Yeah. Oh, pissing me off.
Oh, because Richard. Got it.
Listen. Okay, so here we are. We're back. Mark, please. I'm sorry, Mark. Please. Oh, yeah, I got coffee in our cups. Randall begins. Welcome back, you guys. You know, I want to give a shout out to everyone staying in the live stream.
Straight up.
With all the shit that you have to watch, you're watching these two can't figure it out idiots. But hey, it's not our fault.
We're trying our best, everyone.
Oh yeah. It's Mark Zuckerberg's fault, okay? That's Mark? I'm saying his name so much it sounds weird now. It's Mark, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
That's one lizard-looking motherfucker. If anyone on this planet is actually a lizard person wearing human skin, sorry, Mark.
Who's the guy that played him?
Jesse Eisenberg.
I like him.
We have Dennis A. Allen in the chat. Dennis A. Allen is one of my dearest friends. And in fact...
Yo, he is famous. He's gonna be, too.
The Dennis is probably my best-looking friend.
And his wife.
Including you.
They are beautiful people, and they're so talented. Thanks for joining.
Dennis is actually directing a play that Tanya Everett, who is another friend of ours...
I know that
Yeah.
name. I know her.
Yeah, wrote. And I hope to actually talk to maybe both of you on our podcast if you want. It's Mad Zuckerberg? No, it's not. No way.
He's fucking with us. Yeah.
No, it's Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that was a good one, bro.
Randall! Listen.
Sometimes I do that with my own name.
Dennis, I love you.
Too.
Just for the record, Dennis comments, I love you. Love you back, okay? You know what? You haven't met in person, huh?
No.
That's crazy.
I want to meet them one time because they're close. We could definitely have dinner sometime.
Oh, hell yeah. So,
and things like that play and stuff, we should look into going to...
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to go to the play.
Yeah, going to see those things.
Definitely. So, back to the Pokemon story, right? Mm-hmm. So, Steve's not cheating because he has a friend in an Asian country, right? Who spins a Pokestop, an Asian Pokestop, gets a gift, right? Sends that gift to Steve. Steve opens it up, and egg's in there. In most of those eggs, you have a regular Pokemon.
Oh.
A regular bitch-ass Pokemon. But hey, in Asia, Kangaskhan is a regular fucking Pokemon. Not here,
That's
okay?
like a straight up, what's it called? Pidgey?
Yeah. Like here, you remember playing, right?
Yeah.
Our American exclusive Pokemon is that Bull Tauros.
Oh.
They don't have that shit there. So Steve opened an egg from a different egg. What accent is that?
I don't even know.
It's like
Minnesota.
Open an egg. He opened an egg from a different country, right? Fucking Kangaskhan was waiting in the cut for him. He didn't know it was special. So Steve was just talking about having Kangaskhan. Told him it was special. And I asked him if he had more than one, because sometimes you have more than one, you know? He goes, nah. And then, a few minutes later, he goes, I fucked up. I'm like, what? He looks at the stats. It says 3 caught. He hatched 3 Kangaskhan's.
What?
He had
How
3.
many friends does he have over there?
He transferred those shits over. I was so pissed. I had to hit him with something, you know?
That's why you did it?
No?
No.
That's why you're so fucking down. You did that, and you didn't even know why. Should I describe what it was, or should you?
You.
I kind of want to hear what you would say, though. So, I'll start this. Hey, Dennis comments, this is an amazingly geeky combo. You two are beautiful. Hey, you're beautiful. Seriously.
I used to get so pissed over Pokemon Go, I had to delete the app.
Oh, yeah, Amy's out.
I have
She's
legit
done.
anger problems and need to see a shrink. So if anyone has any information, throw it at me.
This is not a joke.
I'm not joking.
One
The
day.
Pokemon thing is funny now because it's like over a year ago.
Yeah.
But straight up, I was pissed.
No, that shit was so serious. I swear, I sat Amy down and I said,
I remember that.
hold on. And by the way, this is coming from someone who, last weekend, I went to the city just to play Pokemon Go.
And it still's not as bad as I was.
Yo, I sat Amy down.
Internally.
And I was like, you're taking Pokemon Go way too fucking seriously.
He felt like I was cheating on him with Pokemon
I
Go.
said, this is impacting your life. I said.
He said, this is impacting my relationship with you.
I felt such anger within you, you know?
No, yeah. What he really said was like, this is making you more mad than it's making you like have fun, you know? And like you need to reevaluate how you play it because like you're taking it way too seriously.
And
Basically.
plus,
Because like what would happen is, because my phone was so old, so I'd like go out the house and then I'd like go to the Pokestop outside the house,
Yep.
get there, and then my phone would just glitch and stop, and like anything I was doing would discontinue, and then I wouldn't be able to do anything else. I'd already be out the house, and I would be livid, seething, and I know I have a problem because it's not like cause for that anger, but that's how mad I was.
Yeah, take that personality though, right? Put that into the game in its earliest phase.
Yeah.
The game wasn't ready for the reaction.
It got better since I
Yeah, I mean,
heard.
I never have problems anymore. Like, I mean, I do. It would be fun to play with you now, you know?
I like to play like vicariously through you though.
Yeah.
It's fun to play next to you because like imagine I'd be like on my phone and you'd be on yours. It's fun when I look over and see what you're doing.
We could mash on
And
some raids
sometimes,
now, though.
yeah, but sometimes it's fun too because you let me catch them with like on your phone.
I like to do that.
If you're like in the car or like buying something, you just give me your phone and I just do it anyways.
So we got Revenge of Steve, though. Me and you together. I'll describe it in my way, okay? And then you just describe it in your way.
No, I'll say it.
No,
Okay, go
me
ahead.
first, please.
Go.
Please. I posed, and Amy took a picture of me, and I sent Steve the picture.
That's it? That's all you're
That's
gonna
all
say?
that's the whole story. Well, how would you describe it? Go, however you want to word it. Go for it.
You know how when like I guess guys do this because girls don't do this. But guys, like, I guess, like, shape their genitalia into different, I guess, like, puppet forms with names. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I wouldn't describe it that way. I wouldn't.
And then they somehow, like, either catch their friends look at it, or
Right.
they even go as far as to make their wife take a picture of them
That's
and
fair.
send it to them.
That's fair.
And then I was just sitting on the couch doing my own thing.
Yeah.
I think I was making clay or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he just said, Amy, can you take this picture? And I was just like, sure. I just went, "Tch." And I didn't know who he was going to send it to. Isn't that funny? I didn't know who you were in conversation with, who you're talking. That could have been like a sexual conversation.
No, it couldn't have. No one thinks that shit is sexy.
I don't know. People are weird.
Well,
But like, obviously, I knew you were joking because you're like laughing your ass off the whole time.
what shape did I make though?
What's it called? The moose?
It's called the goat.
Oh, the goat.
Yeah.
Moose, goat.
Because it's like it's from this movie Waiting, where
God, I feel gross just even saying that.
the bat wing is when you
I don't even know. Something about your ball sack or something?
you pull it up, so it resembles a bat wing, right?
Do people do this or is it just you?
It's not just me. It's not just me.
Okay.
One time,
What if Steve's wife saw that picture?
I hope she did. Okay.
Oh my God.
I hope she did.
Oh my God. She probably thinks.
With
She
respect,
probably thinks both of us are so weird.
with respect to my best friend's future wife, she came to our house and said, "I don't like cats."
But yeah.
She deserves that shit.
And that's the thing is like some people either one they're like allergic or they see how many cats we have and know how many cats we have and know how we feel. So they'll tentatively be like, hey, like I'm not really a cat person, just so you know.
Yeah.
But I like they'll like try to be nice about it.
Yeah.
But English is her second language. So like
Hey, for all you know, it could be her third or fourth.
right.
She's impressive, you know.
She is.
But
But I didn't know if she like wanted to. But like basically, one of the cats came out, and she immediately was just like, "Ugh, I hate cats," or something like that.
yeah, I wouldn't even. She didn't say, "Huh." I don't think.
I think she was scared of like when they like came out, and that's when she said it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't remember correctly, and she was super nice the rest of the time.
Oh, Giovanni comments in the thread.
Oh my
All guys do it.
That makes me feel better, actually.
All guys do it. You felt weird?
No.
So-
But it makes me feel better than I did before.
And he says, and do the helicopter as soon as we get out of the shower. So listen, this is how down my wife is, Amy, right? She didn't question it. I posed, okay? It was like, I made it into a beautiful pose, too. I didn't just do it. I did some extra shit in the pose.
You were on your tippy toes, I
I
think.
was on my tippy toes. It had some grace to it, I thought. I thought it was a graceful picture, okay?
We'll post it so you guys can judge.
Yeah, and just search on Google images.
No.
Search Waiting the Goat.
Don't do that.
And you'll understand what I did, okay?
What I did.
To my friend Steve.
I know what you did.
And I want to read some of his texts back to me about it.
Oh my God, look how...
Yeah, right? Steve says, he sends me an emoji reaction. And then, like fucking Walter White, I say, give me my props. Say what the fuck it is. It's like when he says, say my name, you know?
I knew what you meant.
And Steve says, the goat. I should have said you're goddamn right. But I said, thank you. And then later on, I said, I'm kind of shocked the goat got such little fanfare. How many times have you been fucking goated? I wrote goatee, though. Okay?
Goatee.
But he knows what I meant. He said, wife called me as I got it, so I have not been able
you
to
corrected yourself.
properly address the situation. He said, that was epic shit. And then I told him that, I said, imagine how dope Amy is for agreeing to do that shit and not batting an eye. And she didn't. She just went right into it, took the picture, went back to her shit, okay?
I was making clay.
And then he said, I figured
Always down
because
to help.
it's a good angle. It's a beautiful angle.
So he
you
figured
know?
I took the picture because it's a
Boom.
good angle.
Boom.
Or else it wouldn't exist because I don't know how else you would get that unless you like set up your tripod or some shit.
Yo,
Imagine.
I would have.
my
I would have had the tripod set up.
Next time I come home from work, he's like on posing for the tripod, like doing all the different fucking puppets.
That's, how you describe it is so fucking funny. I love it.
Yeah.
So what I would have done if you weren't here, I don't do that like whole time photo shit because I'll be like waiting for it, like getting nervous and shit. You know, what I would do is I would set up the tripod, take a video of it,
And screenshot.
and screenshot it. Come on,
It wouldn't be as clear.
I would enhance it. Okay.
Okay.
So on YouTube, while away, we missed a bunch of beef, and I'm not even fucking sad about that shit. We covered the beef with Screw and Upchurch, and gotta say it wasn't that fun. I don't like the whole like people take sides during the beef and shit. That is not fun to me.
Yeah, because to you it's just like a separate and specific competition within the world of rap. Like
Yeah.
it's the game itself that's fun. You don't really want to like get on a team and actually start hating on someone.
Not at all, because it's like, how soft are you? How soft can you fucking be that one man insults another man and you're insulted? Mm-hmm. Come on. Ride less dick, you know? That's crazy. If someone insulted you, I'm insulted. If someone insulted our cats, I'm insulted, okay? In fact, if someone insulted a friend, I'm insulted. But these rappers aren't your friends, okay?
Yeah, they don't know you.
Let me tell you something. Drake, right now, Drake is my favorite rapper. Mm-hmm. Pusha T said horrible things about Drake and his friends and family. Guess what album we were listening to that week? Pusha T. Okay? Get out of here. So, I'll briefly go through my thoughts on this shit, and if you have anything, you can chime in, because we posted about this shit too, you know? Dax put out his response months later to Screw, Crypto, all those guys. It was a very basic song, and he only made passing references. I thought it was a good song, but let me tell you something. In this era, when you can record a song and upload it and it's out, you're going to take, what, like 3 or 4 months to respond? No. Not only is the battle over, the battle has been over. You know, I feel like Dax lost the...
Because he was late.
Yeah, he was mad late.
It's like an essay assignment, like... If it's late, you can't get 100%.
No, you lose 5 points a day, you know? Mm-hmm. And, like, say what you want about that Screw and Upchurch shit. Screw put out his song, Upchurch next day. Screw replies the next day, Upchurch replies the same day.
That's a rap battle.
Yeah, that's a nice back and forth battle. So Dax is gonna put out a song months later and then be dismissive of these guys, saying that he's gonna be Daxnos. You know, how are you gonna snap when everyone already left? Who are you gonna snap? Daxnos.
Daxnos.
See,
That doesn't sound good.
It doesn't. It sounds more like Quiznos. You know.
Yeah, it does.
I'm fucking hungry. How are you not? What did you eat today that you're not hungry?
I was munching on things all day at work. I had a lemon loaf, had a cinnamon raisin bagel, had a cookie dough cake pop, had a Red Bull, and
This is the best part of the podcast. She's a
How to Eat Healthy with
had a
Amy
cinnamon
Shand.
mayo cookie dough cake pop. Had a Red Bull. She said.
How to Kill Yourself Slowly by Amy Shand.
But once I was signing at a comic shop, and some fucking guy who worked at the shop was annoying me the whole time. The owner kept pulling him away. He was like one of those guys at the conventions who make you so fucking mad when they come up and ask all those questions and they don't buy anything and they're so rude and they're so have never left the house and had a conversation.
Dude, it's so like it's like such a fine line of like mad depressing.
Yeah.
And like, cause I'm like I'm like an empath, I think. So when people feel things, I feel it too. So I feel them being like such like, no offense, but like they're not going about their dreams in the right way, or they don't have what it takes or something like that. But they like are trying so hard. It's so awkward for me. And then at the same time, they're wasting our business time.
Yep.
So it's just like, man, like you're wasting our time being a waste of time.
100%.
God, it makes me mad.
Because it's like this. I want to be the kind of writer who inspires other writers to live their dreams and turn their dreams into their job. But there's a tell, right? There's a tell that you aren't serious about your dreams or that you want shortcuts. And that tell...
that's the thing.
Yeah, that tell is the kind of questions you ask me. If your questions are less, what did you do to get where you are, and less questions about the craft, and more demanding the connections for you that I've made myself over my career, that's a tell. That means that you're going for shortcuts. And to me, my advice to someone who is trying to get my connections with none of the work is you're not going to make it. You know, if you're asking other creators who you don't know for their personal connections, you don't have what it takes to make it.
Because a lot of people want like, you know, like a big break and stuff like that, or like that one opportunity. And a lot of people think that they have like a very special story where it's like if they just found that one door and like got it through there and stuff, but then they ask for advice with that in mind already, and then Pat gives them advice that is actually worthwhile, but like basically the gist of the advice is like do the work and take the time, and then they're not happy with that advice, so they just ask more questions.
That's what it is, because I never up front say that's the wrong question. I say, well, I did it like this, and this is a tried and true way. You know, you do work consistently, you get better as you go along, you make connections, and then you use those connections as stepping stones to make more connections, right? There are some people who take that advice, listen to it, and they follow it. There are some people who will, in front of you, in the moment, reject that advice and ask you, who is a stranger to them, to get them there. And there was one guy who was, and I'll get back to the story that I was going to tell, but there was one, she's ripping her pants apart, you guys. It's about to be a fucking Magic Mike show, but with girls. It's funny that I went to Magic Mike when most strip club movies are about women, you know?
That was a good one.
But Magic Mike is like...
I love Channing Tatum.
Yeah. What's Drake say? Too much chains, call me Channing Tatum.
Oh, yeah.
That, I don't know why, because that bar isn't that hard, but I fuck with that bar, you know?
He's cool.
He barely changed the name, Channing Tatum, you know? One guy at the convention that we were at this past weekend came up to me and asked me a question, and I said, "Oh, I recognize you. You're that guy whose handle is this on Twitter." And he said, "Yeah." And he asked me this long, rambling question for advice, and I had to be 100% real, because here's the thing. This wasn't a new conversation. And you'll know by my advice to him. I said, my advice is tweet me way less and tweet other creators not like you tweet me, because he has tweeted me specifically to get my connections to Marvel and Disney. Disney, the giant, right? Over and over again. Guess what, dude? I don't have a connection to Disney. Just because I've written 4 Disney characters doesn't mean I have a connection to Disney. I tried hard to get those gigs, you know? And I was working with so many middlemen. So for someone who has 13 followers to just ask me over and over 80 times, I think.
Wow.
Right? for like a very similar version of the same question to the point where at the end I was saying shit like, oh, if you look at my first response to you, that answers your last 5 questions, right, dude? That kind of shit, to be asked the same question again in person, couldn't hold back.
So is he a writer or an artist?
Right.
So this reminds me of like people who cheat and stuff on state tests and things. It's like, take that energy and that persistence and that consistency.
Yeah.
And that energy, and instead of using it towards this, like, you know, sit down and draft a few pages of a story every night.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like, I know that it's hard. I'm the most impatient person in the world. But, like, that's what it takes is, like, the work and the time.
Yeah.
The actual work, and then you have something to present. And you say that all the time. And I only know that because I've heard you explain it to people so many times.
Definitely.
So.
The only, like, the hard part about that advice is that some people come to me and they already feel as if they have their fucking diamond in the rough. You know, they feel like they've already written their story and it's just on them to be discovered, as you were saying. Mm-hmm. But inevitably, in that situation, that person has written a story that is 12 arcs of a comic that ties into a movie that's going to turn into an anime. Dude, no one's going to buy that. No one. That's not how you start. I started with a 2-page story, okay? So, I'm sorry, Fafty, but I'm not giving you $1 million to fucking start an empire. Mm-hmm. You know, I haven't done that shit yet, okay? I've been working in this industry for 8 years now, you know? Come on.
Wow, that's like about as long as I've been at Starbucks.
2011 for me?
Yeah, 2010 for me.
Damn. We in this, you know?
Oh, yeah.
My gangster ass barista.
Deaf. Been a barista.
So let me go back to what I was starting with, because it all started with me saying I'm hungry, okay? I was signing at a shop on a free comic book day. It was 2012. I remember this. This guy, because I was feeling good this day. Okay, this one guy, he worked at the shop, and the owner kept having to pull him away from me. He knew he was annoying me because he was an annoying motherfucker. Okay, he came up to me, and he was just chatting as I was leaving. Because now everyone's packing up, he has his chance. He zooms back over. He tells me 2 things. Well, first he starts saying that my friend Raven Gregory, right, who I was working with at Zenescope at the time, I was writing Robin Hood and Raven was writing Wonderland. Raven had recently come off the event series, the Dream Eater Saga, and this guy starts critiquing the Dream Eater Saga to me, saying what Zenescope should have done, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't write that, you know, and he counters. That I could tell Raven this. Told him that I wasn't gonna. Okay.
Tell him your damn self.
Exactly. Yeah. And then at this point, my ex and my friend, one of my best friends, my bosom buddy Antoine, right, who texted me during the podcast. Thanks for the interruption, bitch. He was there, and me and these 3 individuals were gonna go to a diner afterwards. And I said, thank God I'm so hungry. I've been sitting there waiting, you know? This guy, the guy who works there, pokes my belly like a Pillsbury guy and says, you don't look hungry. Ooh!
He said that to you at the... Okay, first of all...
Yeah.
Poking your belly, of all people's bellies... Yep. With the fucking belly and belly button problem, mental, like, phobia that you have about it, bitch does not know you.
Nope.
Don't touch me at all.
Yeah.
And, like, okay, and second of all, That's the rudest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
What a fucking piece of shit that guy is. Where's he
I didn't know
at?
you that, right?
Tell me where he is right now. I will call him right now.
Yo, who knows about him is Ryan Fassett. Ryan is my co-creator on Modern Dread. He and
I'm hot.
Yeah, he's pissed, huh?
Oh my god.
Ryan,
Motherfucker. What does he look like?
Ryan has had interactions with this dude before.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, we have stories about this motherfucker. Yeah. But unfortunately, that shop, it was a nice shop though. I don't know why that motherfucker worked there.
Not for long.
Nah. Well, there's
I call him 8 years later. Hey, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Ooh.
looking back in the moment, I was thinking, "You trying to square up, bitch? I'll eat
I
you.
would've.
I'll eat your fucking ass, dude. I'll show you how hungry I can be. You know."
Yeah. The way.
But actually, I was more just like him, because he's a fucking nerd. You know, I was dismissive of him.
He's
then.
below you.
But
Even then.
who I would, I haven't ever really gotten that like confrontational with these dudes, because doing what we do, like being at these conventions and being at shops, there are so many guys like that who have no social skills. You know.
Yeah.
Guys.
That's the thing. No filter.
No, it's like it's that word that we were looking up the other day, incel. They are very much like incel type dudes, you know, like dudes who like think that they're so deserving of like attention from women, but are just so abrasive to them, you know, guys who like, it's like that trope of like the quote unquote nice guy, the guy who thinks that he's like
The friend zone guy.
yeah, exactly. Like the guy who thinks he's like mad chill and stuff, but really his career is scaring women off, right?
Does so much more, yeah.
Those kind of guys flock to tables, and they always at these shows just annoy the shit out of us, okay? But that kind of guy I can be very dismissive of. This shit, I don't even know if I ever told you this stuff. It was New York Comic Con 2013. I was doing a signing. Charmed had just dropped, right? Charm #1. It was a big day for me, and but it was a long day working hard at the Zenescope booth. I was starting to get a little pissed. Okay?
Okay.
The booth was closing down. Some guy comes up to me. A pair of guys. One working the camera. One with a microphone who was going to conduct the interview, okay?
Okay.
Now, we've had some problems on the podcast in the past where we have removed the mic and disassembled the entire production, okay? I'm going to move the mic carefully, because I'll be to you what this guy was to me.
Okay.
He'll be like, hello, I'm so-and-so for blah, blah, blah radio, and I'm here with Pat Shand. And then he didn't even, he had me say something, you know? And then he asked a question about how it is to work for Zenescope. Start answering, just like a generic nice answer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's good. I get along with the people. Oh my god. He hit you in the mouth?
Yeah. And
No.
And I was like, whoa. I put the mic down. And then the guy taking the video clearly had experiences before. He's like, keep it here, you know? And then I wrap up the question. And then he goes, so Pat, how is it working for Zenescope?
Again?
Same question.
And then he hit you in the mouth again?
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
So watch. He did it again! A third time!
I can't believe that.
He had a second question that was different. So he goes,
Brought
watch.
you off the course a little bit?
Watch. So he has 3 moves, right? He has move A, how is it working for Zenescope? Move B, hit you in the face with the mic, right? So first, he pulls a B.
Right.
Oh, shit, he has a C?
Damn, new question.
Yeah, new question. Then, AB! Yo.
For the second question, did he hit you in the mic?
No.
What?
No. It was a quick question.
Like yes or no, sort of?
Yeah. So, yo.
Unbelievable.
The third time I was hit with the mic, I said, yo, what the fuck is going on here? You know? I was pissed.
You said, Ashton?
I was pissed. And the guy on the camera says that they've been doing it too long, that they're tired. And I answered one more question, and then we wrapped that shit up. And that interview has never come out. I wish it would.
That's hilarious.
If that interview comes out, what I'm going to do, I'm going to rip the video and put it on our channel because they fucking deserve that to get that shit to us, you know?
Oh my God, dude.
Just to put it as this video. I'll put this audio over it, you know? But, oof. See, you're,
so funny.
You're more angry at you don't look hungry type shit. I'm angry.
Your personal space.
I'm angry right now, you know?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is personal space type shit.
Yeah.
Like, where was I? I was online somewhere. Oh, I was at the post office, right? And I had a little slip that I was going to give in to get an item that was too big for my P.O. box, right? I was online. There was one lady behind me. She was trying to peg me. She was so close. I moved.
Like the equivalent of like tailgating, but in person.
Yeah. I moved and she got closer.
Oh my God, no.
I turned around. I was like, and then I moved closer. She kept moving up.
I hate when people do that to me. When I'm waiting at Starbucks or something, and they're just like creeping up on me. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm next, then you. What the
Hell
fuck?
yeah. There's an acceptable distance. Now, being too far away is too far. Mm-hmm. There is a too far, right? There's you're too far if someone goes to go on the line and they have to be like, are you online?
Right.
That's too far.
Keep it moving.
What's way too close is if you had an 8-inch strap on and you're inside me. That's too close.
Yeah.
She would have been inside me 3 times. I moved, okay? And then I moved all the way to the counter. I was like, are you coming? You know? But yeah. So, we should probably wrap up soon, but I wanted to ask, do you have anything else that you'd like to add to this episode?
We've been talking about it online, but our Kickstarter of the week is definitely CLONSTERS, right?
Oh, yeah. Our Kickstarter of the week is ours.
There's only hours left on it, and it's CLONSTERS. It's the Kickstarter to publish Volume 2, but you can get Volume 1 and 2 on there.
Yes.
So that way you can start. They're 2 different stories, but you can read number 1 while you're waiting for number 2. Or like online, we send the digital copies almost immediately as it's backed. And then we're going to be, right?
For Volume 1, yes.
For Volume 1, right. So
Volume 2 doesn't exist yet, yeah.
Yeah, and then we send the 2 physical copies as a bundle, and there's a bunch of other cool levels where you can get artwork and clay actual characters made by myself and things like that. So if you want to check out the link, please do. We really appreciate the support. And that's our Kickstarter of the week. It's one of ours.
Yes, and for those who are watching in the live stream right now, the CLONSTERS link is in the comments. Please check it out. We have 45 hours to go. We are 75% funded.
I'm going to go get Polly and Jack.
We're almost there.
These are the CLONSTERS that you can adopt on the internet. Where's my hands? Oh, here we go. This is the villain of Volume 1. His name is Jekka. Yes. And then this is Polly. She's my main character in both the volumes. They're both Earth Nuggets. And there's a bunch of other kind of nuggets. Yeah. And please check it out. Thank you so much.
Definitely. CLONSTERS is very fun to write together. You know, it's one of our...
Hi, Joe.
Yeah, it's a passion project for us. And it's going to be our 11th Kickstarter. And we are going to fund it for sure. You know, we have 45 hours left. We just want to make sure we can get there, you know. And we're going to be pushing hard until we do.
Totally.
We're happy to be back. We're going to be doing an extra episode either this week or next week, whenever, you know. And the reaction videos are going to be rolling out soon, too. We're going to be posting our first one back at the end of this week, probably. And we're going to be hopefully recording those, I think, tomorrow. We have some time, you know?
We'll try. I don't work tomorrow. I'm very excited.
Let's go.
Cool.
Thank you for watching.
Good night, everyone.
And thank you for sticking with us, even though we told that story about my...
Yeah, thanks for coming over 3 times. Because Facebook kept canceling us out.
Indeed.
And, thanks for coming back after our break from... Rest in peace, Wesley Shand. Love you guys.
Dum, dum, space between.